In this video I'll show you 8 tricks with Vaseline that everyone should know. Let's start with number 1. If you have leather shoes that are not so shiny anymore, you just need some Vaseline. Put some on a cloth and rub it into your leather shoes. With Vaseline you can care for your shoes really well and the leather should shine beautifully again after application. Simply rub everything in until you can no longer see any large residues of Vaseline on it. You will then notice that the shoes now have a really nice shine. In the end, the shoes will look like you can see them on my shoes now. Repeat this process if necessary. Trick number 2 is about the cooker, because even a ceramic hob can be made really nice again with Vaseline. Most of the time minor scratches appear and you can actually fix them with Vaseline. All you need is a little Vaseline. You should now apply a knife tip of this to a kitchen towel. It shouldn't be much more. You should also have cleaned the cooker beforehand and it should be dry. Now start spreading the Vaseline all over the cooker in a circular motion. In the end you should not have a super thick layer of Vaseline on your cooker, but it should be barely noticeable. So you should really only use a very small amount. Afterwards grab another cloth and wipe everything off really well. In this way you have applied that Vaseline to the surface, and in the end you will see that your cooker looks much better and that minor scratches have disappeared completely. So if your ceramic hob doesn't look so nice anymore, try applying a little Vaseline. Trick number 3 is a real outdoor tip, but you can actually use it indoors too. All you need is some cotton wool. Grab the cotton wool and form a small ball. Now put it into the Vaseline and dip it in so that there is a good amount of Vaseline on the piece of cotton wool. You can now use the whole thing as a fire starter. Light it and you will notice that it burns for quite a long time. This way, if you don't have any lighters handy, you can start a fire outside or of course in your fireplace just with some cotton wool and Vaseline. Be sure to try it out next time. And even for your car, Vaseline is a really good helper, especially in winter. You probably also know that you want to open your car door in winter, but it won't open. This happens especially when it's freezing outside, because the rubber sticks to the door. You can't open it. But if you take care of the rubber with some Vaseline, you can actually get around it. Take some Vaseline and apply it to the entire door rubber. It doesn't have to be a really big amount. In the end there should be only a small amount of Vaseline all over the rubber. The advantage of this is that water can no longer settle here and the door can no longer freeze on the door rubber. So make sure that you spread a really small amount all over the rubber. And as you can see afterwards, even if it has frozen properly, you can always get your door open again on your car. That brings us straight to trick number 5. Maybe you have a squeaky door or 2 in your house or somewhere in a garage. It's quite annoying, but it can also be fixed with a little Vaseline. Grab one of those Q-tips and put a little Vaseline on it. Then go back to the door, which you should now have unhinged once, so that you can get to this pin. Now you can roughly coat it with Vaseline so that there is some everywhere. Then you just have to put the door back in place. And the next time you open and close it, it shouldn't squeak anymore, because the Vaseline ensures that everything is properly lubricated again. You can also use Vaseline on your doors and windows if you have ants in your house. Ants always find a way to get into your house. So you don't just have them in your garden, but if you're unlucky, you'll also have them in your kitchen or somewhere else in your home. All you need is some Vaseline and you have to find out where exactly the ants get into your flat. The ants can't get past the Vaseline. It's an insurmountable barrier for them, so to speak. That means when you find the place where the ants come in, you grab some Vaseline, clean the place a little beforehand, and then smear Vaseline exactly in front of this place so that the ants can no longer cross it. This way you prevent ants from getting into your flat or house at all. And all thanks to a small amount of Vaseline. Do you also have a zip that doesn't really open or close anymore? Or it always sticks or gets stuck somewhere? Then you can use a very small amount of Vaseline for that too. Again, you should take a Q-tip, put a little Vaseline on it, and then you can lubricate your zip with it. That is, here on the fastener itself and also on the individual teeth, I now smear some Vaseline. And then you can open and close the zip normally again, because it is now nicely lubricated. And that brings us to our last trick. If you have stickers, for example from a lid or some glass bottles where you can't get the rest of the glue off, you can use Vaseline here too. Now smear the lid or the adhesive residue that you can't get off with a little Vaseline. Then wait a while so that it takes effect. After that you can easily remove the glue residue, because the Vaseline has made the glue come off. As you can see here at the end, I was able to completely remove the glue from the lid. Would you also like to know why you should never throw away old coffee grounds and what else you can do with them? Then be sure to check out the video I'm linking to you here. You would make me really happy if you click the like button and subscribe to my channel.